Hi, welcome back to Colorado and Company. Living to the century mark, it's a pretty hefty goal in life. We hear all about sorts of ways people have done it, though. And in the 21st century, the life expectancy of baby boomers is actually shorter than our parents.
I realize that.
You can reverse that trend through preventative care, and LexiLife Health Clinics can help.
They use advanced technologies and techniques to optimize your physical and mental health and performance before you get sick. Dr. Alexis Parker is with us again to help us all optimize. Welcome back to the show.
Nice to see
Thank you.
Your hair's not curly anymore.
No,
it
just
looks great.
Woke up and it was straight this morning.
Unbelievable. You know, why should somebody come to you at your Healthy Aging Clinic? I mean, we all want to live a long, healthy life, and how can you help us?
Well, you know, you go along in life, and at 45 you think, well, maybe it's all downhill from here. You're having symptoms of you can't sleep quite as well, so your doctor gives you a prescription for Ambien. You can't perform like you used to, so you might get the little blue pill. You're feeling a little depressed, so you might get a prescription for Prozac. You're a little drier, so you're told to go to the grocery store and get some KY Silk. If you're a really lucky guy, your doctor gives you samples of 3 different prescriptions and says, here, try all 3 of these, and I'll write you a prescription for the one that you really like, just so that you can score, right?
Oh.
And then as life goes on, you feel that, you know, you're just not what you used to be. You know, you're on this upwardly mobile path, but something's not quite what it used to be, and you're not sleeping, you're gaining weight, you're having hot flashes, night sweats, depression, etc.
So what do you do? Do you live like that? Is there something you can do about it?
Actually, what we do at LexiLife Health Clinics is we test you and we try to optimize your hormones. We look for the things that are depleting. And it's not just hormones. It's often neurotransmitters, it's vitamins, minerals, and then we also look for the signs of early disease, signs of cardiovascular disease. We look at your cholesterol and lipid levels. And then we try to treat these in a way that we can prevent the further progression of these diseases.
Wonderful. You know, and I must admit, you know, like you're talking about, you've reached your mid-40s, and to me that seems pretty darn young. But what's going on with our bodies physiologically that we're starting to break down at what, to us, I think today, seems like a fairly relatively young age?
Well, this is really kind of your biological destiny. You know, I always say that biologically, you know, we should be dead after we go through menopause because we can no longer reproduce. But the aging process is very insidious. You know, you go on with your life, you go to college, you start raising children, you do all of these things to optimize your life, but this is what's really happening.
Yeah.
If you look at this graph of testosterone in women, you can see that it starts to really decline at the age of 30.
Wow.
And so women will often have problems with libido in their 30s, and then they become more prevalent in their 40s. This is the testosterone curve for men. Some of us like to look at this and think that maybe it's the erectile dysfunction curve for men, because you can see that at age 30, the testosterone starts to go down. So it not only affects sexual performance, but it affects the return that you get from your workouts, how much muscle you can build, how much energy you have, how acute your brain is. Men will sometimes experience memory loss when they start to have declining testosterone levels.
Interesting.
And then the sleep issue, here it is, melatonin. You sleep like a baby, obviously, because your melatonin is high when you're very young. And then you see the melatonin levels decreasing dramatically in the 30s. And they really start to have more impact as your life becomes more stressful and as other active ingredients start to decline, such as your estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone.
That's the biggest thing for me personally.
Sleep.
Is the sleep.
Yeah.
I don't sleep nearly as well as I
You have
used
so much going on, though, constantly.
to. Right. But, yeah.
That plays a
Well,
factor.
you know, it's interesting because these things are coincidental. The more stressed your life gets, the more you have going on. Your kids are teenagers, you've got, or they're in college, you have all these things happening in your 40s, and at the same time, you're wearing out. So you really feel it.
But how are you determining all of this? Are you doing blood tests, stress tests? What do you do?
We do a combination of brain tests, blood tests, and sometimes saliva tests. because we want to see which neurotransmitters are declining as you age. And the neurotransmitter picture is very dramatic. And we do this with just a written brain test. And then we test blood levels of hormones. We look at the lipid profile because heart disease is the #1 killer of both men and women. And then we try to optimize these things based on the numbers. I'd like to read a little letter that one of my patients wrote to me.
Okay.
She wrote saying, "I've had hot flashes and night sweats for years. Previously I managed them with Premarin, but now I'm worried about the hormones I'm taking, so I'm just suffering through with the hot flashes and the lack of sleep. Since starting menopause, I've gained 35 pounds.
Wow.
I continue to exercise and watch what I eat, but the pounds just seem to increase. I'm starving myself and nothing's happening."
So you gain weight. Huh?
Right. "Now the excess weight is giving me back pain. What's next?" I ask myself. "I feel depressed and disillusioned with this whole aging process. Who took the boom out of the baby?" she said, "and where is the fun and the quality of life?"
Wow.
So here's a gal who feels fat, bloated, having hot flashes, can't sleep, she's gaining weight, she has all of those issues that happen in menopause. And women think, well, I have to suffer through this because hormones aren't safe.
And that's not the case, right? What did you do for her?
Well, this is what we did for her. First of all, we did the brain test to see what neurotransmitters were depleted. We checked her hormone levels. We started her on estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, all bioidentical, meaning that they match the human hormone. We delivered them in the safest way possible, both with the way that we gave them transdermally or orally, and then we tested her levels to see how she was metabolizing the hormones to make sure that she wasn't converting them to something that was unsafe.
Okay, after doing all of that, how is she doing now?
Now she's doing great. We also optimized her thyroid levels.
So she's not gaining weight?
She's not gaining weight. She's actually lost 25 pounds. She's feeling great. And she's decided to do something about the outside now that she feels better on the inside. So now she's coming to my aesthetic clinic, LexiLife Aesthetic Health, and doing Fraxel and Thermage and some other things.
That's
Wow.
cool.
Really put the frosting
Somebody
on
needs
the
to do
cake.
something to my thyroid if she can lose 25 pounds. Thank you, as always. Great information. Again, it's all about optimizing prevention no matter what your age. The quality and longevity of your life is the focus at LexiLife. Go ahead and give LexiLife a call, 303-782-5082. That's 303-782-5082. You can also hop online to LexiLife.com. And here's another incentive for you. When you call and mention Colorado and Company, LexiLife will provide a free health consultation. That's with Dr. Parker, and that's a $125 value. You'll also receive 10% off their lab fees when you sign up for a treatment program.
You can also attend a free seminar on Thursday, February 21st at 6777 East Hampden Avenue. Learn about how to balance hormones and discuss other aging issues and concerns. Dr. Parker will help you optimize your health and ultimately your life. The free seminar begins at 6:30 on the 21st of February, and you can RSVP by calling LexiLife at 303-782-5082. LexiLife paid for this segment.